wins again because Goodies has the formula most doctors preferred, and BC doesn't. Goodies. No wonder it's the South's #1 headache powder.
Jim Ferguson is leading a double life.
I keep falling through this hole in time, going back to 1917.
And whether he likes it or not,
Why me?
he's about to become a hero.
I'm helping this guy named Biggles find and destroy a German secret weapon.
How did you get here?
You wouldn't believe it.
It's a history lesson you'll never forget.
Beyond comprehension.
Biggles, Adventures in Time.
Tuesday night at 8 on 20
Rob Malakote is in for the second time this year with the Astros. He just joined the ball club yesterday and worked in last night's affair. It's a 6-4 lead as he comes into the game, and the Astros have made other changes as well. With Gerald Young going into center field. And he will have a new catcher. Craig Biggio takes over for Tony Eusebio.
Now that's where the switch will be. Malakote into Eusebio's spot. Pitcher was in the 2 slot, so now Biggio will be in that position. And he will bat second when the Astros come up in the 8th inning.
Rob Malakote at Tucson, won 4, lost 4 with a 5.48 ERA, but the Astros felt that despite that high earned run average, he had regained his velocity and control over the breaking ball. They feel that he has the best breaking ball of any left-hander in the club's farm system right now.
Last time at night he came in to face Strawberry and walked him on 4 pitches. You got Daniels on second with nobody out. In a sense, with the hitters like Strawberry and Murray, you've got to forget about Daniels and just try to get the hitters out. If he happens to score, well, you still got a 1-run lead. If you make a mistake to Strawberry, the game is tied.
Well, he inherits a count of 0-1 on Strawberry, so that helps Malakote a little bit. As you mentioned, he walked him on 4 pitches last night, facing him in the 7th inning with the 1-run lead. And he gave up a double to Murray and struck out Samuel before leaving the game. It's 0-2. Jim Corsi's getting loose in the Astros pen right now. Art Howe really would like to have 2 lefties in his bullpen working well. A strikeout of Strawberry. Nope, he fouled it. Biggio couldn't hold on, so it's still 0-2.
Malakote had one of those eye-popping seasons his second year in professional ball at Osceola. He went 16-6 with a 136 earned run average in the Florida State League. But then the arm problems came. And he really hasn't shown too much since then. He had a decent year in '87 at Columbus, did not play in '88, did not play in '89, and didn't play much last year.
Strawberry backs away. Last year he was in 7 games in the Gulf Coast League, pitched some at the Florida Instructional League level. Just when he was ready to come back after having surgery twice, he broke a bone in his hand last June. Strawberry's down on strikes. This time Malakote gets it. And the pitching change works very well for Art Howe.
So far, so good. Portugal worked the first 5 innings, gave up 6 hits and 4 runs. He walked 4, threw a couple of wild pitches. He was not sharp at all. But he does stand to be the winning pitcher if the Astros can hold this lead. Jones for an inning plus. He was not effective either. A couple of hits and a couple of walks.
Now Murray 0 for 3 in this game. He hit the double on the 0-2 pitch just inside the right field line off Malakote last night. That's ball 1. Malakote 6'3" and 180, 25 years old, from St. Helens, Oregon. And he went to Taft College here in California. to right center. Young makes the grab. Daniels too late to get back, and he couldn't tag and move over.
Boy, can that Gerald Young cover ground in the outfield. You see the ball hit, and you look up and see where he is, and you think there's no way. And on many occasions, as on this one, he ends up making the play easily. He even had time to pat his glove on his thigh just to make Art Howe feel a little bit better. That's what he normally does when he's ready to catch the ball.
Well, Art Howe should feel very good about the changes he has just made in this game, the way things are going here in the last of the 7th. Now Juan Samuel is 1 for 3. As we mentioned, Malacote struck him out last night. This time the other way, base hit right field. Finley, as the stop sign is given, throws to the plate. Daniels stopping at third on the base hit by Samuel, his second of the game. And now Mike Scioscia is being called back. Gary Carter coming out.
Carter, one of the big heroes of last night's game, hit a tying home run. And he hit it off Dwayne Henry.
For the Dodgers, batting for Scioscia, number 8.
Biggio alertly came out in front of home plate to take that ball on the fly, and he thought he might have had a play at first.
Jim Corsi is throwing in the Astros bullpen now. And if Art Howe wants to go to him, the Dodgers will have to let Carter hit against him, because they don't have any other catchers.
Biggio signaling there are 2 outs here with a 6-4 Astros lead, and Carter with a .246 average hit home run number 6 last night, leading off the bottom of the 9th inning.
Keep an eye on Samuel too. He may try to steal.
Carter was 1 for 2 in last night's game. Pete Harnish in the opener of this series drove in a run. Here's strike 1. This year has pinch hit a couple of times against lefty Al Osuna, and now tries it against the Astros' second left-hander in the pen for the first time all year. It's 0-2. Dan Schatzeder and Juan Agosto were that tandem last year. And Art Howe really likes the ability to go left, right, left when he gets to this stage of a game out of his bullpen. But this is Malacote's chance to prove that he belongs and can fit into that kind of a scheme. Seven-year-old Gary Carter has played a lot more than probably many Dodger fans thought he would when he was signed and went to camp to win a job. He strikes out. Malacote with a big lift for the Astros, coming in to fan 2, and it's no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left after 7, 6-4 Astros.
Only Budweiser can deliver.
And we'll toast and cheer with the king of beers.
The king of beers.
Nothing beats a Bud.
What's that?
My Senegalese fighting fish. Yeah, she cost me 200 big ones, but now she's worth twice that.
These days, a good value is hard to come by.
Unless you come by KFC for our amazing 10-20 deal. You get 10 pieces of chicken for $6.99 or 20 pieces just $10.99. That's right, 10 pieces $6.99 or 20 pieces only $10.99. The 10-20 deal, only from KFC.
Straight facts from Pontiac. Grand Am, Pontiac's bestseller, is a very smart value with our exciting 48-month GMAC Smart Lease. Now just $196 a month. Just think, the excitement of Grand Am for only $196 a month. And there's more. Now you can get $2,000 cash back on Grand Prix and up to $2,500 cash back on Pontiac Bonneville. The fact is, now's the perfect time to buy a new Pontiac at your Texas Gulf Coast Pontiac dealers.
The Astros have a 6-4 lead over the Dodgers. We're getting set for the top of the 8th inning. Well, Houston 2-run 6th, broke a 4-4 tie. And the bullpen has been at work to try to protect that lead. But a chance now for the Astros in the 8th inning to supply more offense and perhaps a home run, which if they hit one would be worth $2,300 in our Goodies home run sweepstakes inning. The lineup of Astros hitters: Finley, Biggio, and Bagwell, at least for the first 3. And for Goodies contestants, Anita Wurash, R.G. Carlson, and Marie Bauer. And we'll see what develops after that. Gary Carter is calling the pitches now.
Well, if the Astros hit a Goodies home run, let's hope that it stands. Unlike the one Hank Aaron hit on this day in 1965 against the Cardinals.
Gary Carter.
He hit it off Curt Simmons.
He stepped on the plate, didn't he?
He stepped out of the batter's box onto the plate, hit a home run onto the pavilion roof in right field, and he was called out by home plate umpire Chris Pelikutis.
Can't do that. You have to stay in the batter's box. Steve Finley, who has 2 hits, 2 runs batted in, batting for Anita Wurash of Austin. Here is strike 1.
It would be difficult to tell where the batter's box is in relationship to home plate.
Especially at this time of the game.
But if the player steps on the plate, you know that he is not in the batter's box.
Finley to right field. Strawberry back. And it's off the wall. Finley has extra bases, maybe 3. He's digging for third and will make it easily. A triple for Finley. His 8th of the year. Ties Gonzalez for the club lead.
3rd hit of the game for Finley. He's driven in a couple of runs, and now he's got a pretty good chance to score one. McDowell got that sinker in just the wrong place. Wanted to start it inside and bring it back to the corner. Instead, he started it on the corner, and it tailed away and ended up right over the middle of the plate.
The infield comes in now for Biggio. He'll be batting for R.G. Carlson of Euless, Texas. At foul, strike 1. This is his first at-bat of the game. Biggio's hitting .295 with 3 homers and 34 runs batted in.
Well, Finley just about paid off in our Goodies contest. If he'd gotten that one up a little higher, it might have gone out of here.
And remember, he almost hit for the cycle Thursday night.
The only thing he missed was the triple.
Here it is today. A little bit late. Biggio, high bouncer, would have had the run home, but it's foul. And it's 0-2. He almost did what Brett Butler did earlier in the game and hit a high chopper over the third baseman's head for a hit. Craig is 2 for 16 in this series, but knocked in a couple of runs last night with a single in the 4th inning against Bob Ojeda. Driven in 5 runs on this road trip. Finley has to hold. Offerman gets Biggio. Now it's Langford with a dozen, Gwynn with 11. Now Gonzalez and Finley tied for 3rd with 8. And Casey Candell in the race to lead the league in 3 baggers.
Well, it was right there for Biggio to try to get one through that drawn-in infield, but he hit it right at the shortstop. Now it is more critical that Bagwell does something. The way the Dodgers have been playing comeback in this series, you'd like to get all the insurance runs you can.
in the 6th. He's 0 for 4. He's batting for Marie Bauer of Spring, Texas. That's strike one. Dodger bullpen has been staunch lately. 3 earned runs in his last 26 and a third innings coming into this game. Foul ball makes it 0-2. And works out to an ERA of 1.03. And in fact, the bullpen ERA of the Dodgers is the lowest in the league, 3.11. Can be pleased with what they did against Mike Morgan, who usually pitches well against them. Even though he doesn't fare well, but they got 6 runs in 6 innings off him. Now would like to put a dent in McDowell's ERA. Butler, Daniels. Here's the tag. Finley coming on. The throw is collision, and Finley is there. Carter didn't make the grab, but they certainly collided at home plate, and the Astros lead it now 7-4.
Boy, Finley had to earn that run.
Luis Gonzalez.
But you figured with Daniels moving towards center that the play wouldn't even be close with Finley's speed, but that's one of Daniels' better throws. There was no way to get Carter out of the way outside of run right over him, and so that's what Finley did. And this is one of the rare occasions where baseball becomes a little like football.
It certainly did.
Well, Bagwell gets the RBI, his 50th of the year.
And now Dora Bauer will be our contestant. The appeal will be made at third that Finley left too soon. He did not, said Paul Runge. So it's still 7-4 Astros. Dora Bauer of Cleveland, our contestant, as Luis Gonzalez bats. He had a bunt hit in the third. He's 1 for 3 with a walk. And a drive. Right field, Strawberry back. This will be gone. A goodies winner. Luis Gonzalez. He's the club leader now with 12. And Dora Bauer of Cleveland, Texas wins the goodies prize, $2,300. $2,300 for Dora. Gonzalez went down and got that sinker. One in the air toward Butler to end the 8th inning, and the Astros come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. Nobody left. Middle of the 8th inning. It is 8-4 Houston.
Okay, but why Southwestern Bell?
Why? Well, friends in high places and friends underground. And if you're in a jam, you know they'll be around. Your message is only as clear as the reception. So come on now, don't be shy. Just use your connection.
We're the people to call for communications equipment, services, and know-how. Southwestern Bell.
With Southwestern Bell, you get great connection.
See what I mean?
Jack in the Box is carving out a whole new taste. We start with lean brisket of beef. Slow cook it in a medley of seasonings and spices. And when it's ready, it's pastrami. Then Jack in the Box melts Swiss all over and calls it the new pastrami melt. The carving is done. Let the pleasure begin.
Be one of the first 15,000 kids under 14 at the Astros game August 23rd and get a backpack from M&M's Chocolate Candies and Randall's Food Markets.
Coast Guard to base, pursuing suspect vessel.
Stopping illegal drug smugglers is just one of the jobs the Coast Guard does every day. Be part of the act.
Coast Guard and Coast Guard Reserve. Call toll-free or see your Coast Guard recruiter.
The big custom van sale is on here at Clear Lake Dodge. Over 75 custom vans for you to choose from. A special group on sale for $13,988, and they're loaded. We're having a giant custom van blowout sale this Sunday only. Over 100 custom vans to choose from. Prices will never be this low again. This Sunday only. So come on down to Clear Lake Dodge, 15711 Gulf Freeway, and remember, open Sunday through Friday till midnight.
Jose Offerman leads off last of the 8th. The Dodgers are trailing the Astros now, 8-4. We had a Goodies home run winner, and then Ken Caminetti was batting after Gonzalez hit the long ball for John Masters of Tyler, Texas. And we started back at $500. Caminetti made an out, so John Masters doesn't win, but Dora Bauer does, $2,300. And Offerman has a 2-1 count. To right field, Finley in for the play. 1 out.
Well, he was right on the spot. Gonzalez home run. So sweet. Let's see it again. And for that homer, Budweiser will donate $100 in the name of Luis Gonzalez to Bacchus, a National Collegiate on-campus student initiative working to prevent alcohol abuse. Budweiser and Bacchus, another example of how people working together can take alcohol abuse head-on and make a difference.
A little disturbance in the stands here has halted play. Apparently some outcasts from the World Wrestling Federation have come to Dodger Stadium and are practicing their art. Mitch Webster will be the pinch hitter now. Webster's switch hitter comes up against Malakote, batting right-handed, and looks at strike 1. Webster batting for McDowell carries a batting average of .211, 2 homers and 15 runs batted in. He's hitting .323 as a Dodger in 31 at-bats. It's 1-1 to Webster. Started the year with Cleveland, then traded to Pittsburgh and on to L.A. for Jose Gonzalez. Trying to bunt his way on, and it's a foul tip. It's 1-2. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Art Howe's plans if Rob Malakote gets the next 2 outs here to end the 8th inning. And who closes the game? Not a save situation right now.
Well, let's get the next 2 outs first.
Biggio will try to, and does, tag Webster for the strikeout.
I'll tell you, Webster's an outfielder, and he runs pretty well.
He really does.
That's got to be a little embarrassing for him. A lot of times Biggio will pick up that ball and tag a runner before the runner has a chance to break. But this time Webster had a head start on it.
And Biggio came in after Eusebio started, made that play. Malakote now has struck out 3. And he would qualify for a save since he came in the 7th inning before the Astros extended their lead if he finished the game. Butler has a perfect day. 2 walks and 2 RBI singles. Looking at strike 1. It's 0-2. The Astros trying to split this 4-game series, which would give them a 3-7 record on the road trip. And that's not a road trip to crow about, but considering that, they visited the Braves and Dodgers, both strong contenders, and the Padres, who always give them fits in San Diego. It figured to be a tough road trip, and it has been. It's 1-2. Nonetheless, with these close games here the last 2 nights going extra innings, Larry, and the Astros ran into some good pitching in Atlanta. They had some hopeful signs on the trip. It's 2-2, and the big thing would be if they could build upon that last homestand with another good one coming up.
Well, they've got a streak on the line. 15 straight winning seasons in the Astrodome. They're 1 above 500 at home right now.
Caminetti gets Butler, and Malakote has a 1-2-3-8. After 8, it's 8-4 Astros.
We interrupt this program for a Budweiser news update.
Catch Huey Lewis in the News Hard at Play Tour, brought to you by the King of Beers.
And now, an offer from Nike and its fantastic retail sponsor. When you buy the Nike Air Force Low with its visible air sole unit, you will get a free pair of power elbows. Look, it's Sean Kemp, elbow master par excellence. Sean, over here, baby, I'm open. Good one, pal. Oh. Hey, wait, I'm not finished yet. Don't end it now. Come on. Hey, Sean, coming at you, baby. Now I'm finished.
How do you find time for your life? How do I?
Be in when you're out. Be out when you're in. Do two things at once without stretching thin. Cover all your bases almost without exception, yeah. Get a handle on it, honey. Use your connections.
For answering machines, phones, and advanced calling features to make your life easier, call Southwestern Bell.
With Southwestern Bell, you got great connections.
It's a talent.
Here's our late box. It's brought to you by All Sport Thirst Quencher, the newest edge in sports. Showing the Astros with an 8-4 lead, thanks to 2 in the 6th, 2 more in the 8th. A Gonzalez home run gave us a goodies winner for Dora Bauer of Cleveland, Texas. Steve Finley has 3 hits, including a triple. He's driven in 2. And for the Dodgers, Brett Butler has had another banner day, but so far it has not been enough.
Well, if the Astros can complete this win, they will have certainly done their part towards tightening up the division on this road trip. Braves beat them 3 times, so they got the Braves a little closer to the Dodgers. The Astros split with the Dodgers here. That helps everyone in the division. Padres got just a little closer by beating the Astros 2 out of 3. And all of those teams that come in to play the Astros in the Dome between now and the end of the year will likely find the going even tougher.
Tim Cruz now has pitched in all 4 games of this series, starting off against Gerald Young in the 9th.
Now Young's hitting left-handed. What's going on here?
It's a guessing game. Will he bat right? Will he bat left? He's been hitting right-handed the last couple of times up against right-handed pitching. Well, he knows that Cruz has the big curveball. It's 0-2. Young with a 187 average has a homer, and he's driven in 6. Hitting only 132 as a left-handed batter. And he said it wasn't necessarily a carte blanche decision to bat only right-handed. He would pick and choose which way he'd bat against which right-handers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cruz was a little upset because he had a knee problem that he was taken out after an inning and a third in the first game of this series. Murray, 1 out. Tim apparently has come back from that slight ligament damage. Pitching 4 games in a row here. He's only allowed 1 hit in his 3 previous outings. And in fact, with that ground out now, he's worked 11 2/3 innings of scoreless ball against the Astros this year. Cedeno has made some plays in this series. Here's strike 1. He also has a hit, an RBI in this game. If you joined us late and you missed the double play the Astros turned on the Morgan bunt in the 4th inning, the throw from Cedeno and his effort was one of the best we've seen in that situation.
That was really one of the top 4 or 5 plays of the year, in my opinion. Caminetti made an incredible move to go to the ground and spin and pick up the ball barehanded and get off a strong throw to third. That was improbable, and that was only the start of it.
1-2, and then you had Big Mike Scioscia barreling into Cedeno. They collided. Cedeno still got an accurate throw off, had a lot of zip on it, didn't even take a step. It was all arm. Topper, Harris can't make the play. Cedeno's on. Offerman goes over to pick up the ball. It's a base hit. Cedeno has a 2-hit game.
He's also reached on a fielder's choice. Scored a run in the game. He's still on a base. We had heard, Bill, over the years that Harris was not the best defensive ball player around, and in this series, it's really the first time that we've seen him look a little shaky in the field.
Now Rob Malakote gets an at-bat. And he pops up a bunt. Strike one. Well, the Dodgers have survived nicely with Harris and Sharperson platooning at third the last couple of years. They still have not had that one full-time strong third baseman since Jeff Hamilton had a pretty good year for them. And he may or may not, probably won't be in their plans for next year. He's been hurt all season. It's 0-2. Cruz is not allowed to run in his last 8 outings, covering 10 1/3 innings. Told the story the other night. You may not have been with us. His mother saw him pitching on television. He had lost 3 straight games. She called him and told him to get a haircut. And he was looking too old, so he dyed his hair, got the gray out of it. Butler comes in and makes the catch out number 2. Ever since he did those things, he's been pitching better.
Casey Candell.
Been rejuvenated.
He's 30.
Well, look what it did for Pete Rose.
Right. Gary Carter a little upset. He took the bat and flipped it over toward the Astros bench as it had not been cleared out of the way.
It may have been that Malakote hit him on a follow-through or threw the bat down after he hit the ball and hit Carter with it.
I'd have. Here's Casey Candell, 0 for 2. High chopper. Oh, he won't get it. It's foul. Strike one. The Dodgers have found that sense of frustration in playing the Houston club. Since 1985, the Astros are 56-47 against the Dodgers. Oh, and 2. Nice pitch for Cruz.
And this year, with the Dodgers in first and the Astros in last, the Astros come into this game leading the series 7-6.
Goes, and he's in there. His second stolen base of the game, 3rd of the year. One ball, 2 strikes. Candell to left center for Cal Daniels. The Dodgers have a crack in the last of the 9th, needing 4 to tie. No runs on a hit, 1 man left for the Astros. In the middle of the 9th, it's 8-4 Houston.
By definition, a friendly community has comfortable neighborhoods with lots of room outside, places for kids to play, and places for grown-ups to play. And it's close to good schools. That's Fairfield by Friendswood Development Company. This weekend, discover the extra extras available in Fairfield.
Chevy First Team presents the ultimate vacation. Join Astros players Luis Gonzalez, Pete Harnish, Mark Portugal, and Kurt Schilling, along with stars from the Oakland A's and California Angels for a luxurious vacation this fall. A 7-day Caribbean cruise aboard the Norwegian line Skyward. The Skyward will depart San Juan November 9th and visit Aruba, Curacao, St. Thomas, Tortola, and Virgin Gorda. For details, call 1-800-952-5068.
This is the Mazda Summer Savings Express. Get 'em
Mazda 626 sedan with special savings on air conditioning, plus your choice of $1,000 cash back from Mazda or 5.9% financing through Mazda American Credit. Grab these savings while you can. They're moving.
The Mazda Summer Savings Express at your local Mazda dealer now.
Guests on Astros telecast receive a gift from the Justin Boot Company, the world's largest maker of handcrafted boots since 1879. Fine quality boots for the entire family, available at over 4,000 authorized Justin dealers nationwide. The Dodgers have one chance here in the last of the ninth, trailing by 4 to tie it against Rob Malakote, and they're going with a pinch hitter, Mike Sharperson, batting for Lenny Harris. Sharperson showed bunt and took ball 1.
Now for Malakote, the job is clear-cut. Throw strikes.
You sound like a pitching coach when you say that. 2-0.
Well, it's been pretty easy to see the importance of it if you follow this series. The Astros bullpen had broken down mostly because of the base on balls.
It's 2-1.
And with a 4-run lead, you can give up a couple of home runs, and it's not that big a deal. But if you make them hit the ball, you got a chance that somebody might catch it.
3 balls and a strike to Sharperson. The Astros bullpen this year, coming into this game, had 178 walks in 350 innings. Sharperson has another one. That's the first for Malakote and number 7 for Astros pitchers today. We're in the last of the ninth here at San Francisco. Cincinnati is batting in the top of the 8th, tied with the Giants at 3. And San Diego has knocked off Atlanta 2-1. Andy Venice beat Tom Glavine. Larry Anderson got his 9th save. Walked the last time up. He's 1 for 3. That's ball 1. That was right before Malakote came in as Daniels worked the walk against Jimmy Jones.
Schilling and Osuna are throwing in the bullpen for the Astros.
It's 1-1. The Astros led by a score of 6-4 when Malakote came in with a man on base. Line drive, Candell, and it's a double play.
Well, how's that for a pitcher's best friend?
Much better than a base on ball.
Yes.
Pitcher's enemy.
Oh, Casey knows right where to play him.
Darryl Strawberry.
And the Dodgers, who have lined into several double plays in this series, do it again. That's the 3rd double play of this game for the Astros, 2 of them on line drives. And it's Strawberry. What a way for Malakote to get his first major league save by getting Strawberry to wind it up.
You act as if that is already done.
Well, if he does what he did last time against him, it probably is close to being done. 1-1. Malakote had only 1 save at Tucson in 19 games. 1-2. When he was with the Astros in '87, he pitched in only 4 games. Just 6 2/3 innings of major league work coming into this series. Throw in the Astros, and Rob Malakote close out the Dodgers. Malakote returns to the big leagues with success. The Astros have split the series. Here in the 9th, the Dodgers don't score. No hits, nobody left. And the final score is the Astros 8, the Dodgers 4.